Hi. I wanted to share maybe like a little series with you guys about starting up your own business and deciding how and when and what form that might take. This might resonate with some of you. This is something that I have experience in because I started my own paleo street food business in 2013. It was called Feed Me Primal, and I hadn't any prior experience of running my own business. I'd worked in hospitality, but not doing the cooking myself and all the business side of it. So just in this first video, I guess the first thing that made me decide or got me thinking about the possibility of starting my own business or just something else, I didn't know what it might be at that point, was being in a job but being unsatisfied. I'm sure some of you can relate to that. It's not that the job that I was in was terrible, not at all. I mean, it wasn't my dream job, but it wasn't terrible. I was treated fine, and my team that I worked in was great. We got on, but every day when I went into work, I wasn't satisfied. It just wasn't the thing. There was no excitement. I didn't feel like I owned anything, like it was mine and I could put my stamp onto it, and it just wasn't what I could imagine myself waking up for the next, never even mind 20, 30 years doing. I can imagine waking up in a year's time still doing that role. So yeah, I was unsatisfied but didn't really know what I wanted to do instead. At the same time as this, I had recently started to eat a paleo diet, so I was changing how I was eating, and that was having a knock-on effect in other areas of my life. So it made me, well, I lost some weight. It made me feel better about myself. I had started to do CrossFit, and so I was kind of like, I don't mean getting in touch with my body in a woo-woo way. I was getting in touch with my body in a very like an actual physical way. I was learning like how much could I lift, and if I ate almonds more than I don't know, some vegetable or something, like what effect was it having on my body. So I was really paying attention to food and how I was using my body. So I really started to get a passion about healthy food and what options there were for people when we went out to eat. So, I was buying lunch out, and there was almost nothing that I could buy that was like paleo friendly, fairly affordable as well. So I kind of started to like see a bit of a gap in the market. So I thought. And then the third thing that helped me sort of move towards the decision of starting my own business was actually kind of going from thinking about it, noodling it over and having daydreams about what it could look like, to actually talking about it with people. And I think I did that fairly quickly, actually. I didn't realize it at the time, but friends have commented since that I kind of, well, they were polite, but I think I might have bored them with talking about it. But I started to talk about, what that could look like, what kind of food I could do, how I could put my own stamp on it, and what I could bring to it, and how I would like things to look, and with colors, and how like I would like things to stand out. And marketing things. I wasn't talking about marketing and branding and all this kind of thing, USP, using that language, but I was thinking through, what would make me stand out for the crowd, and what are the gaps that I'd have to fill in my knowledge and expertise. So that really helped me because they questioned me. My friends questioned me. They were supportive, and they had my back the whole way through when for years when I had the business. But they questioned me, and I didn't have answers to perhaps most of the questions. So I had to go away and have a think and try and figure out how I was going to do that. And that really helped me to kind of like build a more solid picture of what I was building. Now, the reality is when I built it, it was very different to the things that I had thought it would be. But that's life. That's okay. But just going through that process of talking with people was really helpful. And also at the same time, I started to follow people like on social media. I started to follow people that were already doing it. So that really helped, because that was like reinforcing for me that it could be done. I hadn't done it. I didn't see anyone who looked, exactly like me that was doing it. But, there were people who had regular office jobs. They had set up food businesses. They had been successful. They had messed up but carried on. So seeing that gave me a bit of confidence that it could be done. And it also, it allowed me to sort of watch what they were doing and think, oh, I like that. I like the way they're doing that. And I could like put my own spin on that. I really don't like that. That is absolutely not me. It's not my voice. It's not my style. It's not the kind of food that I want. But they're having success. So what is it that they're doing? Like, which part of their offering is appealing to people, and what can I learn from that? So yeah, those things really help me in that very, very early stage. If you're in an early stage of thinking about setting up your business and you're talking to people as well, what kind of questions is it raising for you?